Welcome to the Childcare Genius Podcast, the world's leading authority on childcare marketing, mindset, expansion, and profitability. Our host, Brian Duprey, is the world's most sought-after childcare coach, having helped tens of thousands of childcare owners from around the globe take their business to the next level. Let's welcome to the Childcare Genius Podcast, our host, Brian Duprey.
Hello, welcome to the Childcare Genius Podcast training series. This is Brian Duprey. I'm your host for this lovely call. And I have on the line today, Sindye Alexander, my amazing co-host today. How are you, Sindye?
Hi, Brian. I am doing good. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Good to have you. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about back to school and how to get ready from a owner perspective, get ready for the kids coming back, maybe some couple ideas on how to get more children coming back with fall enrollment. So what are some ideas that an owner can do to help spur fall enrollment?
Well, I think the first thing you got to think about is, that low hanging fruit. It's always easiest to get more business out of an existing customer. So always make sure that you're going to your families as early as possible to get that commitment. Like, yes, I'm going to be here for the next school year. With your existing families, especially those that are, kindergarten and younger, it's almost a no-brainer that they want to stay enrolled year-round because most parents don't have a school year job. They just want to stay enrolled year-round. So it's really not a scary thing to say, hey, I just want to get your commitment because it's back to school time. We've got a lot of transition with preschoolers moving on. I just want to make sure I have a space for you. It's so important to me that I save a space for you because we have a relationship. We have a family. I don't want you to get left in the dust. So give them some kind of a little incentive to make that commitment early. But I would really encourage you to be doing that like in the spring, get those locked in early so you know where you're going to stand.
And let me throw a tip in here. It's a tip that that I teach a lot of our clients, and a lot of people every year they make their clients re-register. And I want people who are listening to think outside the box here a little bit. When you tell somebody that they need to re-register, that's also telling them that they're not registered, meaning that, oh, I'm not registered for the fall. So that we have found out through studies that show that people might look elsewhere knowing that they're not registered for the fall because you've given them that option. So I want you to consider to stay, if you're a year-round program and you want the people to stay year-round, by not having that re-registration time, say, well, I lose a bit of revenue, just put it in your tuition increase. It's the same amount of money you'll make. But by having them re-register, it gives them the mindset that I'm not registered, that maybe I could look elsewhere for the fall. And if by not having that, you're a year-round program, they might not do that and they might just stick with you. And I think your retention rates could be higher. So just all I'm throwing out is just tips and suggestions.
It's really all about the spin. I mean, and if you need like a paperwork update or whatever, just say, oh, great. So you do want to, you are confirmed that you're staying for next year. We just need to update our paperwork for licensing and we're good to go. So that you can still accomplish the same type of stuff when you do re-registration. You just call it something different.
Yeah, it's just
I love that tip.
It's something we've never done because we just assume when they come in as a baby, they're leaving as a 5-year-old. There's no, don't have to re-register. We do, we update records continually, and it's just a mindset shift. And we just don't have people leaving in the summer or the fall because that's just a mindset. And it is, again, different people do different things. And all the clients that I've shifted away from an annual registration have seen retention go up by doing so.
That's a really good point. Yeah, definitely worth the think.
What are some other ideas for back to school?
Well, so I was talking about just getting early commitments from existing families, but for families that haven't met you yet or haven't enrolled yet, you really should have a stellar special offer that you market heavily. And you really need to have a deadline with that offer, whether you might have a different offer for May and a different offer for June and a different offer for July. And, but with a deadline at the end of the month or within 2 weeks, because that you want people to feel that FOMO. You want people to feel like they're going to miss out on a savings or on a bonus gift that you give them when they enroll, during this special offer. So you can get creative with the offer. And I will say a lot of people want to give money off of tuition, as a discount for enrolling. And I would caution you guys, like if you're going to do that, spread it out over a couple of months. So if you're going to give a $600 discount, give $100 off a month until it runs out. So that way you're only losing a little bit of money each month. And the longer they stick with you, because if they stick with you past the 90-day mark, you probably have them for several years. Okay. The most change happens early on. So if they stick with you through that whole period of getting their discount, that's good for your enrollment as well. Other things you could do is, as far as online and with that special offer, you want to spend money on the ads within Facebook or, whatever online avenues you're advertising on, so the word gets out there, but also do some organic posting, like in community groups on social media. Every community has some kind of a parents group or a, helping hands group or something. And it always comes up that somebody's looking for childcare. It happens all the time. So be active in those groups. So you can say, oh, we'd love to have you over at ABC Childcare or Little Angels Childcare, and have some nice things to say about that in the social, in the groups.
What about when somebody's given a tour? Could you give them anything differently in back to school time in their
Yeah, I would recommend, we always recommend giving out some kind of a gift when somebody comes to a tour. We call it a goodie bag sometimes, or just a thanks for visiting type of a gift. Sometimes it's a book or a cup or a sippy cup or a little bag full of trinkets with your logo on it. But I would encourage you to have something special for the back to school season when they enroll, for back to school, whether it's August or September where you are. They get a backpack, or they get like a special T-shirt with your logo and a little back to school theme on it. You could give them some school supplies, some kind of a bonus gift. Maybe for school age, you could give them a lunchbox or a water bottle or something like that if you have a school age program. So there's lots of ways to tie in the back to school theme with enrollments and tours and making families feel welcome and special.
What about like how would they meet the teachers? Or anything you could do to have them, like, if you got new kids coming in the fall, to maybe meet faculty? Do you have any ideas for that?
Yeah, I think that having some kind of a meet the teacher or, a back to school night for new and existing families, because a lot of times, a lot of centers wait until a certain time in the year before they promote children to the next age group. So this is a chance for everybody who's enrolled in your school, whether it's a current family or a new family coming in, to meet the next, the next teacher and get familiar with the room. And I would suggest having each teacher has some kind of a little snack, and or like an arts and crafts station or an activity station, something set up beyond just the toys in your room, something that makes it above and beyond special. You want to make memories. You want to make these parents and these families that come in feel like they are anticipated, they're wanted, there's good stuff happening here, lots of friends, lots of great adults around. So just make it special, some kind of a back to school night or activity. It could be during the day, but an event. Yeah.
Our time is up, and I want to thank you so much for giving them some great power tips and tools. This is what we do here every Friday. We try to give you a little bit of snippet, maybe give you a little bit of advice to help move your business forward. And if we can help you in any way at Childcare Genius, we have a lot of resources on our website at childcaregenius.com/resources. And if I could help you out in any way, feel free to reach out to me, Brian, Brian, at childcaregenius.com. I want to thank you for coming on. Thank you to my lovely and talented co-host, Sindye Alexander. Thank you for your time today, and hope you have an amazing rest of the day.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian.
Everybody next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Childcare Genius Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. Don't forget to visit our website at childcaregenius.com to see a list of services we offer to help grow your childcare business. Until next time, thank you for being a part of the Childcare Genius community.